I am about to give you the life hack of all life hacks for your Airbnb property. I found a way to make a device for less than $100 that simulates an $800 professional air moving device, one that I showed you years ago in a previous video. See, I use that clunky, gigantic box of a machine to clean air when I was a professional carpet cleaner and mold remediator. And it's definitely needed for large houses when people smoke or when they cook and burn stuff and now the place smells absolutely nasty and you have a very short period of time to fix it. Well, this less than $100 contraption can absolutely do the same thing for apartments or small houses. And you make enough of these, you can completely clean out the air on a larger house for like a third or a quarter of the price of buying one of these professional devices, and this is much easier to store. You need 3 items, and you can literally duct tape together a solution to all of your smell problems. Sean Rocky G, let me show you how to MacGyver this solution here in this video. Let's jump in. All right, welcome back, Airbnb family. Please enjoy this little MacGyver fest. This is gonna be super fun. Let me restate. We have a ton of problems with people violating their smoking policy, or there's other stuff that's not really a direct violation of a policy, like they'll cook but they'll use some really strong stuff like fish, seafood, curry, stuff like that. And it happens, right? Now, Airbnb's got this cool thing called Air Cover, which automatically pays you like a certain amount of money for like extra cleaning or for smoking violation, but they cap it. Right, so before, if you had an invoice from a cleaning company to restore your property from somebody smoking, it could cost you $800 to restore it, and they would pay it if your documentation was tight. Well, they made the documentation less tight, and they'll just pay you more often now, but your big house gets capped at like $250 for a violation. So even if it costs you $1,000 to fix the home or get it back to smelling good, you don't get paid that anymore. So you need some solutions like this to kind of like self-help your way through the smell problem. So what I've got here is a $25 box fan. I've got some photography tape, because I don't have duct tape on me, but I've got cameras, so photography tape. And then this is a HEPA filter. So this is a 20-inch HEPA filter. What you need to do is buy a box fan and a HEPA filter that matches in size. And what we're going to do is we're gonna take a couple steps here. We're going to tape the HEPA filter to the back of this box fan. Now, I think this camera's a little overexposed, so I apologize if you can't see a lot of the detail of this, but hopefully we do a better job here. Okay, so maybe that's better for you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape this flush and try to create a seal on the back of the fan. So the fan is going to pull the air through the HEPA filter and push the air out, but we're also gonna tape the front a little bit too, and I'm gonna explain why here in a second. But let's get to taping. So what we have done, the whole point of the tape is to create a seal. We want to prevent any air from getting into the box fan that is not coming through the HEPA filter. Now the backside isn't the only way to do this. I'm about to show you something cool. But also make a note that your HEPA filters will have an arrow on the side that says this is the direction that the air should flow. So make sure you follow that when you tape this. Now this filter happens to be pretty much the perfect size for this box fan. It's 20-inch filter, 20-inch box fan, super cool. But they don't have to be perfect fit. You just might need to use more tape to create more of a seal, all right? So in this case, I lucked out on what I purchased. Now the front is equally as important, okay? So we're trying to trap air in the corners of this box fan, because the reason, if I turn this on a little bit, you'll see the fan blades move. You see how I'm cutting off the edge of the fan blades here? Well, up here, if this wasn't taped off, there'd be about a solid 3 inches where there's no fan blade to push the air out. What'll happen is, because of the extra resistance from the HEPA filter pulling the air through the box fan, air can come in the corners of the box fan and then just circulate back out. So you're gonna get less filtered air because of an inefficiency in the corner. So what I did is I taped off all the corners, so any place where the blades aren't, then there's no air can come in back in through the front. So now I've created this like more of a bottleneck here where the blade is gonna have to work harder to push air through a smaller area, but it's also preventing like a reuptake of air in the front. Nerdy, right? So now if we turn this on, all of the air that's coming through, and you can feel it, all the air that's coming through, and you can actually feel in the back of this HEPA filter, you can actually feel the air getting pushed through here. So this isn't going to move as much, this isn't gonna move as much air as the air mover. Let me link that air mover just so you can see it. If you have a huge luxury property and you wanna know that you're gonna push a ton of air through a filter and you have a place to store it, then by all means get an air filter or an air mover. The box fans are 25 bucks, 2 HEPA filters are about $45 each, and then of course duct tape is like $5. So for $100, you can buy 2 box fans and 2 HEPA filters and your duct tape. So you can have 2 of these. Now, in a kitchen, my place is 1,600 square feet, just in this main area, and then of course, you know, I've got like my bedroom, bathrooms and stuff. I'm confident that 2 or 3 of these could completely clean out the air in a couple of hours from the smoke smell, stuff like that. Now, what's cool about doing this too, aside from the whole ozone machine thing, which ozone machines are great for even like taking smells off of surface area, because what an ozone machine does, to catch you guys up, your options are HEPA filters or ozone machines or both. An ozone machine will take oxygen like molecules and turn them into ozone, right? They'll make them O3. And then when the oxygen, when it breaks back down to oxygen and oxygen radicals, the oxygen radical will bind to stuff and basically change the molecule of whatever it binds to. So if you turn an ozone machine on, the ozone will touch surfaces like fabric and will take the odor out of fabric more easily. So that's something that an ozone machine is really good at. But having your housekeepers clean while an ozone machine is running is not gonna happen. You cannot have a housekeeper in there cleaning and running ozone. You're gonna like damage that person's lungs. It's really hard to do anything inside of a room that's being ozoned. And it's really not safe, not healthy, so you shouldn't do it. But these HEPA filter box fan hacks can be used while a housekeeper's cleaning. So if a housekeeper comes in, place smells like smoke, you have exactly 4 hours to turn a place over because you have another guest, use the box fans. Right? Use a HEPA filter box fan, run a couple of them, like have your housekeeper go into storage and grab these, or you can keep these in a closet because they're super low profile. And then you pull them out, plug them in, turn them on, and then start cleaning. And in a couple of hours, this should do its job. The HEPA filter removes 99.95% of airborne particles, and that will include like smoke and stuff, which will be good for you. So use this little trick. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'll put some links to exactly what I bought to put this together. Aside from the tape, you can find a cheaper tape. This is more expensive like photography tape. So I'll give you a regular duct tape link. Thanks so much for hanging out with this. I'll have other hacks for you. I'll make a bigger video of all the other things that we do to keep our Airbnbs popping, but thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the other side.